the biggest thing about knocking doors, the toughest thing when you first start is the fear of the unknown. People being exceptionally rude to you or mean. I guarantee you, most people are not going to be rude or mean to you. They really aren't. Okay. Most people, especially because you're coming to their house and everything like that, they're not rude or mean. And if you ever run into a rude or mean person, you can just get to walk away. You don't have to deal with that person. You don't want to do business with them anyways. They sound like they're a pain in the ass. Okay. So you just get to walk away. All right. So we're going to talk about some basic sales principles. So the first thing, before you get to the field, you want to make sure that you have everything prepared. If it's an iPad, your phone, your vest, whatever it is that you are going to wear while you're out working. Okay. And you don't want to be coming to the door, honestly, dressed up like an insurance agent. Okay. I'm just telling you right now, if anything, wear a golf polo. Okay. But you don't want to be coming to the door all dressed nice. Believe me. And that sucks. Having to dress nice and try and be comfortable while you're walking around all day long. You're going to be sweaty and it's not going to feel good. Okay. I made the mistake when I first started door knocking. I taught myself how to door knock, doing it in a tie and everything like that. It was a really dumb decision in my life. So make sure that you're looking like just a normal person. Okay. Someone that they can relate to. Because when people hear insurance agents, they typically think of that guy on the billboard or that person on the TV or radio or Facebook ad or something like that, that kind of looks like they have all their stuff put together and everything like that. You still want to look like you have your stuff put together, but you want to be a normal looking person. Okay. You want to identify with people right away. All right. So you want to make sure that you have everything prepared. So by the time you get out to the field, whatever it is that you're going to be working, get out of your car. Don't spend any time in your car looking at your phone. Literally get out of your car. Your car is an evil place. And here's the reason why. Because you can sit in there in the name of preparation, trying to get ready when you should have been ready already. And now you're gonna overthink stuff and everything like that. I remember who here has heard of Mel Robbins? She's got her book called The 5-Second Rule. I highly recommend it if you haven't listened to it. It's very good on audiobook. I love listening to audiobooks, but she talks about if you don't make a decision to do something within the first 5 seconds, you're probably not going to do it. And sometimes you only have 3 seconds to do it. And so the first thing you need to do is find a good spot to park on the street. Okay. Probably a spot that's not in front of someone's house. Maybe find like a park or something like that. I know these are kind of silly, but these actually help. Just go find like a park or something, where you can park in there and then you can get out and then you can go start walking around the neighborhood. Okay. Or on a street where it's a really big, like a really large yard. So it doesn't look like you're parking directly in front of someone's house. But then you get out of the car, you get away from your car, because that's going to stop you from being as productive. Now you're in the mode to work. Okay. Now you're in the mode to go talk to people. Okay. And the whole reason that you're working starting at 1 or 2 is because the decision makers, because you guys typically will need both people there to make a decision, I'm assuming. Okay. Especially on things like life insurance or any kind of insurance, period. And so the whole reason you go out from 1 to 4 is so that from 4 to 8, now you can come back because you've set up appointments with people. Okay, you set up appointments with people. More people are working from home now than ever. So even if you're not talking with the decision maker at the door, they're going to be like, hey, can you come back at X amount of time? That's when my wife is going to be home. That's when my husband's going to be home. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're using that 1 to 4 time frame, because then it's going to set you up for 4 to 8 correctly. And then you're not going to be knocking as many houses in the dark where people have no clue who the hell you are. Okay. So here's some basic sales principles at the door. Now, I'm sure you guys have a script that you might use on the phone or different scripts that you use to like introduce your product to people, but you have to come up with some sort of what we call a pattern interrupt. Okay. Our pattern interrupt, when we go out to the door, and you guys can probably think of something similar here. You guys can brainstorm something together. Our pattern interrupt when we go to the door is, hey, I am Sean. I'm out here in regards to the electrical bill with XL Energy. That's their electrical company. And when we first do that, you'll see people be like, oh, did I pay my electrical bill? Or what's the electrical company doing at my door? You want them to get rid of what they were currently thinking on so that they can pay attention to you now. Okay. You want them to, Carson, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to throw out an example of the pattern interrupt we've used real quick, just to bring some relevancy to insurance. What we've always done is we would just tell them, hey, look, I'm Carson, I'm with CP Insurance, and I'm just going around letting everybody know that I'm going to be calling you to quote your home and auto insurance and your life insurance. What's the best time to call you?
Yep.
And this pattern interrupt, right? I don't have their name, I don't have their phone number, but it makes them stop in their tracks and go, what the hell is he talking about? And before they know it, they're answering my question. Well, usually I'm more available at 6 p.m. Okay, great. And what's the best number to reach you at? Right. So just to Sean's point there, rather than trying to launch into some long dialogue, we just stop them in their tracks with something that they weren't expecting.
Yeah, 100%. That's excellent. Because yeah, no insurance agent. I know I've been living in my house for 2 years. I haven't had a single insurance agent knock on my door, but if someone did, they'd be getting a pretty nice premium probably, you know. But I haven't seen a single one of them. Most of them are not willing to do it. Everybody wants to do the nice, sexy way of marketing, which is Facebook and Instagram and, you know, billboards on the side of the road and everything like that, or paying for leads through a marketer who probably is recycling them and giving them to 25 other people. Okay. So you guys knock on doors. This is going to probably put you head and shoulders above everybody else in your area. And you're going to get to the point where you get so many referrals and all this kind of stuff that you just dominate your marketplace. Okay. So anyways, pattern interrupts. Okay. What's your body language like at the door? Are you looking them in the eye? All right. One of the things that we coach all of our sales reps to do right away is look the people in the eye, because you can't trust someone that doesn't look you in the eye. When it comes to insurance, people need to trust you, obviously. Okay. They need to trust you for any kind of door-to-door sales kind of stuff, but definitely when it comes to insurance. Okay. Everyone has preconceived notions about life insurance. Okay. So you need to be an above average value provider when you come to the door. You know, you need to come up with like a 30 to 60 second spiel about what you do, what someone else saved, blah, 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 or why are there gaps in certain places, or some kind of anecdotal story. All right. I like to call it third party closing. All right. Where you come up with some kind of story that someone had where they didn't have this in their insurance and they ended up really getting hurt because of it. Carson? I think your hand's still up.
Oh, is it still up?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just noticed it again. So
my bad. I'll lower it.
Yeah. I wish if you did it and then it would like go back down or something like that. So anyways, so getting out of the car right away. And then also when you're ending your day, here's another principle of knocking doors. Knock every door on the way back to your car. Okay. Knock every door on the way back to your car. Don't skip the doors. Knock every door on the way back to your car. Because even though you're done for the day, you're done for the day, you're going to come back, you're going to find that you're going to get some of your best clients, your easiest sales, your rollover sales when you least expect it. Usually what I have always found, it's when I'm at my most tired, it's when I'm at my most spent. That's when the actual progress starts to get made. And this happens in so many areas of our life, right? You know, those of you that work out know what I'm talking about. Those of you that have done anything of any worthwhile endeavor, usually when you're at, I don't want to say wit's end or rope's end, but usually just when you're ready to be done and you still put in a little extra work, that's how you actually get ahead. You don't actually get ahead because of the work that you did before. And it was that extra half hour, 45 minutes that you put in at the end of the day. All right. You know, I'm sure you guys have seen the difference between the first and the second place, the Kentucky Derby winners and stuff and all those people. Well, it's like literally like a quarter of a second sometimes. And what it came down to was that extra hour of practice at the end of every day for that horse or that rider or whatever. Okay. They put in a little extra stiff, that little extra edge and everything. And that applies right here as well, too. And that's how you get to the point where you're dominating. Here's the other reason why you want to door knock. Because if you guys want to build a big insurance agency, well, you want a duplicatable process that you can teach other insurance agents. And it's so duplicatable. You can come up with a script and everything like that. You can create a really awesome online training off of it. And then eventually you can go out and, you know, we're talking about scaling here, which I'm sure all of you have a desire to do. At least if you want to grow a big business, you should have a desire to do it. You're going to be able to go out door knock, and then your best agent, you're going to be able to teach them how to teach other people. You're going to empower them to teach other people. But just don't expect them to get it right away. You are going to have to work with them for a couple of months in order to make sure that they're doing everything the exact way that they're supposed to do it. Here's the other reason why you want to make sure that you're door knocking. If you're in a small territory, like just a small area, you're not going to be able to cover most of that territory with traditional methods of marketing. Or if you're in a more rural area, they're going to respond better to someone coming up to their door because they value in-person interaction a lot more than the big cities. Okay, I've sold in towns of 100, 200 people. And then I've sold in towns of, a couple 100,000. And the towns where the smaller towns, I've always had a much better time door knocking in the much smaller towns because they value someone coming up and talking to them directly. Okay, that in-person interaction. They're more traditional typically. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So one other thing that I want to talk about here, then I'm going to open up the floor to questions here. I'm hoping to provide you guys with a good amount of value in a short amount of time because I know you guys are all busy and stuff. But one of the things that we utilize for our business to track where we are knocking doors is called Spotio. Okay, Spotio. And it is a very great system that's actually really cheap. Okay, I don't get anything by promoting this or anything like that, but it allows you to literally track where you have knocked in neighborhoods and what the results were. Can I share my screen really quick, Carson?
Yeah, give me half a second.
Yeah, no problem.
And go for it.
I am going to share my screen here quick. And I'm just going to show you guys. This is an example right here. Okay, and I'm going to go, and you can even get this to where you go by the day and everything like that, how many deals you got each day and everything. And so we're just going to go like trying to find an area I worked yesterday. Okay, well, anyways, you basically can set in there, not homes, leads, sales, not interested. You can take notes in there and everything, but it gives you a nice, and all you got to do is you download it on your phone, and you just click it. Okay. You can even text message people, call people, and email people directly from in this phone, or directly from in this app. If you take down their information in there, and if you've got agents that you're looking to take that, you're looking for people to feed leads into your agency, and you're hiring door knockers to like just feed leads into your agency, you can literally get them out there to just get names, emails, and phone numbers doing this, with door knocking, but using this app. And this connects to Twilio, or excuse me, this connects to all the different things using like Zapier and stuff, which is basically a software that branches out other softwares to connect to like CRMs and everything like that. So Spotio is a very important tool that we use. And we can even get it to where we can get the metrics down to how many doors does it take to get one sale. So I know for a fact a conservative estimate in Minnesota, that's where I'm located at. For every 25 doors someone knocks, they're going to get at least one sale. If you've got a little bit of a, been doing this for about 6 months, it's probably about 1 out of every 15. Okay, so you're able to track the numbers, the KPIs in your business that are very important. So I just wanted to share my screen and just show that really quick there. So I don't have too much else to go over with you guys. I mean, this is kind of the basic 1,000-foot view of door knocking and stuff. I could go into mindsets and everything like that, but what are some questions that you guys have about knocking on doors, or maybe just sales in general?